Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Gloomhaven Guildmaster. We're back with the Sawbones and Spellweaver as we move on to our final current travel node. Night of the Living Sewage. The Inox have the answers you need. Save them. So, we're going to be going up against Black Imps, Black Imp Elite, Deep Terrors, Oozes and Oozelies. All of this pretty nasty. Sawbones isn't going to mind too much about the potential poison that's going to be coming in from here, but it's still a lot of plinky ranged damage, which I'm honestly not a big fan of. Still, the team should be alright. We've got an encounter on the way. You hear the clashes and clangs of what sounds like a fierce fight taking place up ahead. It's the Savas and Inox. These two will never, ever give up. Ignore them. Ignore them and carry on. As you travel southeast towards the Inox settlement of Kalij and feel the oppressive desert heat relax as you do, the surroundings still are not as green as tepid to the forests to the north, but the mountains to the south offer a climate suitable for a small river to run. While somewhat arid, the south is not devoid of life as some believe. Many animals pass you. You can see how Inox may live here, even if they did come from the north. When you arrive, you find Kalij's dirt path deserted at dusk, save for the uncomfortably smelling and nauseously coloured substances left behind by the creatures following its rot. You can see movement between the wooden planks of hut doors, so you go to investigate. As you reach out to knock on a door, a loud squelch comes from the crude drain next to you. It seems the Inox have built a sewer system. You draw your weapons, and the first Black Imp squeezes from the hole, but another war cry drowns out your own. The surviving Inox of Kalij are gathering at your side. Hey, cool, we're going to have allies. Let's go for Workhorse, see if we can't ramp up our XP. As for the Spellweaver, we can go for Zealot, because we can always burn stuff if we want the XP at the end. I really hope we don't have to keep them alive. It seems just like the situation at Sweetwater. With these Inox though, maybe a fair fight, as long as we don't go near the sewers. Take back the settlement, you know what to do. Okay, we've got to kill all enemies in all rooms. There is a lot of rooms. There is a lot of room. Okay. Hold back the pain would allow us to hit everything. So if we can get in the middle of them and then hit them all, that could be cool. Hypothetically, let's say prevention is key. And triage. 1, 2, 3. That gets us in the middle and disarms 4 of them. That's not a bad start. I know using fire orbs this early might be a mistake, but I want the cold fire available. So I think we'll go fire orbs and elemental aid and see where that puts us in the run of things. Okay, Black Imps are going before most of us doing ranged poison shenanigans. So let's get in. And stop you guys doing that. We'll save the stamina potion for now. Not terrible so far. guys are all disarmed. Okay, chance for the retaliation to come in. Okay. I don't feel too bad about that. I think we're going to move up before we actually get this going. So let's step on in. It does put us right slap bang in the middle of everyone, but Eagle Eye. Let's go for the ones that aren't damaged, and let's power potion it up. 1, 2, 3. 1 kill. 2 kills. 3 kills. And we could go invisible, but we don't need to because we're going to move quickly next turn. Okay. We're going to go quickly over here. So it'd be really nice to get Hold Back the Pain happening, but we need something that can attack quickly on the top. Bloody Saw I don't think is quite fast enough. But let's try it. Let's try it anyway. This is the time actually when I think Boots of Speed could be useful. This is like one time when I'd be alright with using Boots of Speed. We're going to go slightly faster with the Frost Armor and the Cold Fire, mostly so we can just try and nuke these guys. And they are going full out shield and heal. Well, I guess that means we're going to get the wound, which is good. So going slow is not going to be a disadvantage for us this time. Does mean that this is kind of pointless though. Alright. I mean the piercing bow would be hilarious on these. Should save it for the oozes, but the oozes aren't going to have many. One more kill. Your melee attacks hit everyone. And then Bloody Saw. This is a time actually when it'd be really good to have something like Poison Dagger. So the damage, of course, negligible, but highly effective. Let's get Prevention's Key and Bloody Saw back by sticking a wound on everything. Well done, guys. Okay. I think we disarm them again. And then maybe we just hack at one of them. So we've got 2 options. Actually, let's do it that way. Yeah, that'd be fine. Ride the Wind would let us loot these. Aid from the Ether potentially to move somewhere. Shaman kind of needs to sort out his let's get these all disarmed before they can do something. Are they only going to strengthen muddle? That's not worth disarming then. Let's just stab this guy. And we'll stab this one. Stab this one for 2. Stab this one with 3. That's a little amusing. That one dies quite nicely. Okay, well, I'll take all of that money, and I mean, we could get the ally out, but I think probably it'd be better if we just move towards the door. Okay, we should be able to still go pretty quickly with Caution and Bloody Saw. Caution and Hand of the Surgeon. That'll get him killed. Flashing Burst, Reviving Ether. Pop! Pop goes the weasel. Okay, we need to get this door open so that the allies start going through. So let's open it up. Okay, we have an Oozilite in here. He's going to do some ranged shenanigans. Attack 4, range 2. So we can go to here and shoot him. Could have actually gone to the... Is that gold or is that rubble? I think it's rubble. Yeah, that's rubble. So stay where we are. Solid hit. Come on, guys, start moving up. Okay, we've got nothing that's going to get us in quickly, so let's use Bloody Saw to grab these 2 bits of gold, and Syringe just to pass the time. We'll do a long rest on the Spellweaver. He might duplicate, but that's fine if he does. Okay, he's just going to move and heal. You need to heal yourself, mate. Elemental Aid. Team Regenerative Tissue. We can just walk onto this space and potentially poison that guy. We go slowly. We can hop to the other side with Reviving Ether and Flashing Burst. Okay, we're in range of the ooze attacking us, which isn't good. I love these boots. These boots are just so handy. Poison on the dudes. Hey! I don't mind just being poisoned if he does no damage. Another solid hit. Let's hop over. Sawbones, I think, probably should do a short rest rather than a long rest. Losing blood transfusion, it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Triage moves us 5. Do we have something that's moved 3? I don't think so. Well, it gets us right next to them. So it's good enough. Frost armor. That will allow us to attack. And let's actually say aid from the ether, just pass a card. Okay, the ooze is going to duplicate if there's any part of the ooze left. And there will not be part of the ooze left. So that's really nice. I'm actually kind of tempted to leave this in place to get the allies further forwards. In which case, pushing through into the next room might be more sensible. But if the next room has got a load of oozes in, then that's not going to go as well. Let's heal ourselves up. Yep. And we'll charge on through with Sawbones. Yeah, it will suffer 2 damage and then it's done. So we don't want to attack. So it would be another XP. We want our allies to keep coming forwards. There we go. Better than nothing. Okay. Moving into the next room then. Precaution doesn't affect us. Still, it is a fine card to use if we want to go quickly. Let's say hold back the pain and hand of the surgeon so we can have a look in the room. Hey, you finally got rid of his poison. Really wish this guy would move up. Open it up. Okay. I'd quite like it if Deep Terror stayed in the deep, deep sea. Considering filling the sewers under Demon's Gate. You have plumbing? I always went outside. Well, we'll discuss that later. Okay. What are these guys going to do? Wound and poison, target all adjacent enemies, and then attack range for 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're fine being as far forward as possible. That's not going to hurt in the slightest. Come round. We're not going to be in range for this. So we're going to want to get a little bit closer. And then hit them with vaccine. Long rest for the Spellweaver. These are still doing range 4, so we're not at risk. It's going to give our friends a chance to catch up. If we step closer, they are going to hit us. But they're not going to wound. both of them. A little bit of damage. It's not too bad. Let's lose Ride the Wind. Okay. Caution, prevention is key. That's going to get us up close and disarm one of them. I think probably Frost Armor and Cold Fire will be fine for us to potentially kill the other one. Oh, Deep Terrors are doing nasty stuff. So we definitely want them taken care of as quickly as possible. So get this one disarmed. Okay, that is the threat gone, because these guys just attack in direct lines at the moment. Oh, you may not quite be able to make it to where I wanted you to. That can just make it for that one. I suppose this guy is going to die before he has a chance to act anyway, so this is fine. Hey! Look at that. Haven't picked it anyway. Well, we may as well do a long rest on the Sawbones. Reviving Ether and aid from the Ether to move on in. That archer's really not moving much. It's just attacking in range. It's all the assumption that he's already where he needs to be. Yeah, let's get to here. It's gonna die anyway. A little bit of healing. Sawbones. And we will lose. Hold back the pain. Gonna have to be a short rest. Nope. Redraw that. We lose Cold Fire. It's a shame because I could have used Cold Fire to pick up those three and keep us moving. We can move around with Flashing Burst. And then next turn move in with like Frost Armor. We don't have any jump abilities, so we'll save Triage. In fact, we can destroy that by moving in. That's what we'll do. So, regenerative tissue and Hand of the Surgeon. Going to step in and destroy the obstacle. A little bit of healing just because we can. Sawbones. Step in. Dismantle that. There we go. I was worried it wasn't actually going to vanish for a moment there. And a little bit of XP. Next room looks to be an interesting one. Let's say Bloody Saw and Triage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should be able to get quite far in. We'll go slowly though. And we'll let the Spellweaver take point. Guys end up waiting so far behind. Open it up. Okay. We have some Black Imps, and we have another Deep Terror. The Deep Terror is attacking on the direct lines. So if we come here, we can blap it with our frost armor. What are these guys doing? They're just healing. So if we get ×2, we might. We might end up killing him. We're going to rest again before we get our fireworks out for the final room. Yes, cool. Kill the Deep Terror. This is good. These guys are going to do their thing, and then Sawbones is going to come in and mess with them. Sawbones is going to have to injure himself, though. All in the name of progress. It hurts, but it is necessary. Skip the rest of the movement. Okay, we're going to go for syringe and vaccine. And over here, I think we'll just do a long rest. Okay, they're just going to shield and heal. So syringe and vaccine is not a terrible plan, actually. Like he's healed up his wound, which is annoying, but he's going to be stunned for the following turn. And we're going to have a poison on both of them. And another wound. Okay, that's infinitely more useful. Okay, with the long rest, we will lose aid from the ether. Portion prevention is key. That's going to allow us to kill this guy. Frost armor, flashing burst. We'll have a go at the other one. Then we can get money. Do I risk it with the disadvantage? Yes. There we go. So we have left quite a bit of gold behind us, but we're making good hard economy. We're down to the last room. So, long rest on the Sawbones. Long rest on the Spellweaver, which isn't going to make much difference. Because we're going to be doing Reviving Ether anyway. Except it'll time us a little bit better. Okay, first up, let's lose regenerative tissue, I think. And over here, it makes no difference between them. We could activate Frost Armor, but when we recover our cards, it will still be activated. So let's do that. Okay, reviving Ether. And I think it's time we open up the room. So vaccine and triage over here. Reviving Ether before I lose track of everything. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's open it up and see what's in there. Okay, that is fewer things than I was expecting. Those bits of gold are all going to be gone. He's just coming a bit closer. So yeah, let's step in. Sawbones, cover as much distance as possible. And get the old vaccine out. Poor gold. There's nothing we could have done. Okay. I would love to get close enough to do something to this guy, but he is too far away this turn. If we go slowly, hand of the surgeon, syringe, maybe he'll come to us. Fire orbs and aid from the ether. We'll be able to get a bit closer and hit these guys with that. Oozes are moving after us, interestingly. But they're going to be out of range anyway. He did not come closer. Well, we're still going to try and do what we can. Okay, as for this one, you're in range, you're in range, and you're in range. That was all right. Caution, bloody sword moving quick. Over here, I would love to get cold fire out while it's still useful. Say elemental aid and cold fire. Oozes are doing a little bit of ranged blinking. Too bad. He's just moved a little bit closer. Not close enough for cold fire to be able to hit, but close enough for me to think we might be able to go back and start grabbing some of the other bits of gold. Short rest. We will go for prevention is key. And vaccine. Do we have anything that's loot 1? Bloody Saw is loot 1, so we can stand there actually. Do that and that. Okay. So prevention is key and Bloody Saw. We'll step in, smack this one. Frost Armor, Ride the Wind. Let's see how this goes. Ooze is carrying on plinking. This guy will survive this round. We can use Bloody Saw in the following turn. Get right in order. Grab more gold. Okay. Actually, let's go vaccine and hand to the surgeon and pull back a little. We'll do a short rest down here. Using Frost Armor, that's fine. We just need to hop over here. So aid from the ether will heal us up after we're done. Hughes is going to kill himself. That's a shame. We'll just have to grab what little bit we can then. So if the user's going to kill itself, that's worth 3, that's worth 3. It makes little difference. Just do what we can. And over here, step on through. It's still over 50 gold. Like it's not a bad showing by any stretch. Will you look at that? 51 gold. The last deep terror recedes back into the sewer in pain, and the Inox shout their victory. They commend your bravery. Yeah, they stayed at the back the whole time. Khalij's chieftain says the river's source is a crystal hollow up in the mountains. If we promise to destroy the birthplace of this rot, he'll stop anything following us there. Sound good? Do we get paid? 5 XP, Ring of Haste design, which as I said could be situationally useful. And unlocks Khalij. I took a trip to Khalij after you left. I figured a warrior tribe must have some pretty valuable weapons. When I asked the blacksmith for the kind of weapon she thought I'd use, she handed me a pretty ring. That hurt, I'll admit. I didn't think anything until someone tried to accost me later that night, and I ran away faster than usual. Say if you don't want it, I'll probably wear it myself. Okay, well, 191 gold. So we do have money available. It is quite tempting to add a wound onto the bottom of this for the Sawbones. Alternatively, adding Bless or Strengthen onto Precaution. Bless would probably be more useful, because this isn't going to affect our cell. the wound onto vaccine just because of that area of effect. Is vaccine going to be in our final list? No, it's not. So if it's not going to be in our final list, then really I should be looking at doing something with blood transfusion. Or adding that 4th target onto fire orbs. But the chance of having 4 targets right there is really quite slim, and we're not going to be using fire orbs forever. So eventually we'll be getting the money for that back. Right now, let's stick the wound in down here. It's pretty solid. It's pretty straightforward. And we know where we stand with it then. And if we then want to add on a strength or a bless, that's going to be another 175. At the merchant, the things that they've picked up, there's the unstable explosives from last time and the ring of haste from this time. And we have Not So Sleepy Hollow as our new destination, which would give the halberd attack. Oh, that's just constantly got a range of 2. Oh, that's really quite powerful. That's a very nice weapon. 2 hands though. It's a shame it's 2 hands. But being that good, I would be surprised if it wasn't. Decisions for the future. That's for certain. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Gloomhaven Guildmaster. See you soon.